What's up, guys? So this is a guide on pretty much, this is probably the most important guide I can ever, besides the aim settings and all that, which was the first guide, this is probably the second most important. So make sure you pay close attention to this one. This is gonna pretty much change your whole experience on co-op. But pretty much is how, how to stay alive, all kinds of stuff you need to know. So, to start off, I just have to give you the most important one, which is pretty much how to get invincibility on co-op, meaning you take no damage at all. And the way it works is you kind of need some sort of cover. So I'm on, let's just imagine I'm on stage 4 right now, auction house, and if you know the survival you usually do here, they come from there and you shoot. So what you need to know, there's pretty much all kinds of cover, right? And you need a cover that's something like a wall like this, that you can do something like this. On a cover like this or any other, it won't work. But you need some sort of a wall. Also, the distance doesn't really matter. Like, it can be here, it can be from here, it doesn't matter. You just have to have some sort of a wall cover in front of you. And usually you see people do this, right? They take cover and then they pop out and shoot on the enemies. The way this works is, so I press circle to go in, right? Press circle again to go out, and now you aim the weapon. And this is pretty much how it's not a glitch, I don't know, but this is how it works. When you're at this position, you're pretty much invincible to anyone coming from there. They're gonna try to shoot you, but they're pretty much gonna hit the wall and not you. So in essence, it's like you were still in cover, but you're not popping out to shoot. That's in essence what is happening. And it could be here also, you don't really have to be close to the wall. You just need some sort of barrier, so to speak, in front of you. The same would work on this side if you change the shoulder. It's the same thing, doesn't matter. Now here, if you do this, of course it's not gonna work, you're still gonna get shot. So this kind of low cover doesn't work. Even a pillar like this would work. Something like this thing right here would work. You just need some sort of object in front of you that you can somewhat, kind of touch your back to. Here is not gonna work. Here works. Here would work. Here would work. Even this statue would work. Anything that's like some sort of a wall like this. The window will also work. And yeah, so this is also like a very important note. This only works for the guy that's not the host. So if you're the host, this is not gonna 100% work for you if you're hosting the match. It will still work in the sense that you will pretty much take like 15% less damage if you're doing like this as a host, rather than if you're touching the wall and doing like this. Like this, you take full damage as a host. Like this, you take about 50% less. So without the host, doesn't matter how much you're like behind the wall, you're still gonna get shot. But for those two players that are not the host, this will work all the time. You will take 0 damage, so you don't even need to use the harden perk, because you will get no flinch at all, because you're taking no shot, no damage, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, shoot them as much as you like. Pretty easy. Now let me see if I can point something else here. Yeah, you see me do this a lot on my gameplays, if you want to watch the records and all that. But just have in mind, you can do this anywhere. So let's just say there's an enemy behind me, I can just use this to do that, just keep in mind of your environment. Like even this fountain, I could use this as the sort of anything that's some sort of a wall cover, you can do this on. So as you're maybe moving around the map or whatever, and the enemies are near you, just take notice of your environment and use this as that sort of form of cover. It's pretty easy. You pretty much never die. You don't need quick healer, you don't need harden, none of that. Yeah, this is pretty much the most important part I can give you. It's gonna completely change your experience. I mean, it also works on boss, brute, by the way, anything this works. Any enemy. And actually the cool thing about it is that most of the times they will just like sit still and shoot you. And miss, of course, because you're doing that little trick there. Which makes for a very easy shot. I mean, you can even shoot the head because they're standing still. Pretty easy to aim. Same thing for brute, boss, I mean, anything you can imagine. Now, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Everything I can say about this little trick. Now, let me show you. I'm gonna go in a actual match, and maybe on crushing, and maybe I can, doing a live action, show you some stuff. Now, something you gotta have in mind when doing this little wall trick is that there's like a, it's very sort of surgical in a way, because you can be like too further away from the wall, otherwise, but that's all relative to the position of the enemy that's shooting you. So let's just say the NPC is the enemy. So right here, it was still gonna work. But if I'm too much, like right here, it would not work anymore because I'm too far away from the wall. He would hit me. Like here, any little, like here will work. It's still working, still working, still working. Now it's too much. He's gonna hit me. So you gotta, you know, kind of place yourself really well. Take notice. If you're taking the shots, it's obviously because it's not working. So you see, he's shooting me. If I were to do this, he would stop hitting me. And yeah, this is on crushing, by the way, so it works on any difficulty, anything. Now, because I'm the host, they will always shoot you. I mean, they will always hit you, no matter if you do this or not. It only changes that they will hit you less. So let me try to maybe demonstrate that. I mean, I'm also gonna tell you how pretty much to face every type of enemy, because knowing how to deal with every type of enemy goes pretty big into staying alive as well. So let's go for the hunters and also the shotgun guys. You can throw a nade like this and it's gonna stun him, which makes for an easy finish. So you throw the nade, also works for these kind of guys that have shotgun. They're very dangerous because they rush you. Also, if you're recovering health and they're rushing you, you can do this. If you have a nade, you throw near them, which is gonna stun them. And when they're in the ground, you can pretty much easily just, you know, take as many shots as you want to finish them off. The grenade by itself is gonna do almost half of his health. So that's pretty much how you can deal with any sort of enemy that's rushing you. You can throw the nade, and when they're in the floor, you can, you know, finish them. Something very important also, especially when you're like in this little, you know, black screen and whatnot, you're almost about to die. What you want to find is some sort of cover immediately. You can also do this on ledge like this, and while you're at the ledge recovering, you also want to be shooting them, so you can use the blind fire for that. You see, they're mostly just gonna stand still. You see, so I need to recover right now. What I do, I come to the cover, and then I blind fire everyone who's close while I'm recovering my health. So I'm still doing damage and at the same time recovering my health. You see, he's rushing me, so I could do the grenade thing that I just taught you if I had one. Something else, if you're about to die, like you had no time to recover, not enough time to recover your health, but he's rushing you, what you can do is somewhat get him stuck by you can make him miss a melee, or if it's a light guy, meaning he has no armor. You see, now he's rushing me. What I can do is go close to him so he misses, and now I have time enough to go to another cover without him shooting at me. And keep in mind, doing all of this, you can also be shooting them with the blind fire while you're still recovering your health. Now for these light guys, what you can do instead, you can also go close and roll to make them miss, and while they're stuck in the animation, you can run away to your next cover to recover your life. Let me see if I can find a light guy. Yeah, there's only armor here. I mean, but this works also as an offensive, not just defensive. You can just throw a nade at him, and then you finish him off when he's done in the ground. See, for the light guys, you can do this. You can throw a punch at him, and immediately after the punch, you roll away, and he's gonna get kind of stuck in the. You see what I did? That I made him miss, so he wouldn't shoot me, and then I ran to the next cover. This is what you want to be doing. You can be moving around. Also, just keep in mind for the snipers, as long as you're rolling like this, he will never shoot you, because every time you roll, you pretty much throw his aim off. So just keep that in mind. If you see it, there's also some sort of a timer. So you take like 1, 2, 3 seconds and he's shot. So as long as you're rolling between those 3 shots, you constantly keep losing aim on you, which kind of render the snipers useless. They'll never kill you if you're always rolling like this. So just keep that in mind. If he gets that little laser on you, you have about 3 seconds before he shoots you, and you have to roll before he does it. So we'll sort of restart the timer. And if you're not the host, I mean the lag, keep in mind that you have some lag to it, so those 3 seconds are probably 2 now, maybe 1.5. So if you wait the exactly 3 seconds to roll, he's still gonna hit you because of the lag. So just keep that in mind. See, now he's done. I can just come and finish him. Easy kill. Now let me see if I can find a light guy. Also, if he throws a nade like that, if you can time it right, if you jump or roll at the exact time of the explosion, you see that I got kind of stunned when the explosion happened. If you like jump, yeah, see like that, I got stunned. If you jump at the exact time of the explosion or you roll, you'll kind of snap out of the stun. Let me see if I can make that happen here. I wish I had more nades. So let me see if I can make it happen. You see like that? I jump at the exact time, so I got no stun from the grenade. The same thing works for the roll. If you time it right, he's gonna roll out of the stun, and you're not gonna feel anything. This works for your grenades, for their grenades, anything. Any type of explosive, even RPGs. And yeah, also mentioning RPGs, the way you deal with them, you can actually dodge the RPG. Well, let's just finish this round and I can get to the marksman where there's an RPG, and I'll show you that. But let me see if I can find a little light guy so I can demonstrate. Yeah, you see what I'm doing there? I pretty much avoided everyone. That last shotgun guy killed me, but this is pretty much how you want to do it. Make them kind of miss so you can have more time to find some piece of cover. Now for the chokers, I already said about the grenades. The best way is really to stun them. Just one grenade. This is probably a better way than wasting like 3 nades to kill one person. You might as well use, you know, instead of using 3 nades to kill one guy, use 1 nade to stun and then kill him with a weapon. So you're making the most out of your nades. you're killing 3 guys with 3 nades instead of 3 nades for 1 guy. You see how I'm taking cover and still blind firing? You see that I use the aggro a lot in my gameplays. He's a really good weapon for that, those blind fires. It also does high damage, so. See the grenade there? I jump, so I avoid the stun. Blind fire again, make him miss. Pretty much never kill you like this. Okay, so there's a light guy there. Let me just recover and I'll try to demonstrate. With the light guys, what you can do instead of the armor, you can only make them miss unless he has a helmet, which is a bad idea because he can do this. Then you're gonna get stuck in the animation. But for the light guys, you can actually mailing. Where is here? So let's just say he rushing you. You can do this and then immediately run back. You see how much time he takes to recover? So you're pretty much hitting them. And then as soon as you hit him, press circle to roll away. That's gonna get him stuck and gives you enough time to regenerate your life. Also, just keep in mind, as long as you're doing any kind of melee, you would not recover your life. So let me see if I can demonstrate here. You see, I'm kind of well, he killed me, man. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, I can't do that. But pretty much as long as you're doing this, even if you're not hitting anyone, if you're doing any kind of melee animation, the timer for your health to regenerate is gonna stop. It's gonna go back to 0 and you're gonna have to wait all the 6 seconds. It takes 6 seconds to recover your whole life. You're gonna have to wait those 6 seconds again every time you do some sort of melee while you are. You see, like this. See, I'm doing the melee. The health doesn't go back. If you keep any sort of melee, if you're also meleeing an enemy, you're never gonna recover your life if you keep doing like this. So keep that in mind. If you're doing any kind of melee, you're not regenerating your life. Now this is how you also blind fire him to death. You pretty much keep mailing him, then when he get close that he's gonna hit you, dodge, and then continue to fire until the timer restarts the animation. Then go again close, make him miss. Keep shooting, go again close, make him miss until he dies. You'll take little to no damage before he's done. This is also how you can avoid the choker. Best way to just climb at something and shoot him. No, I see the snipers. Let me just go to the markman round. Oh, let me teach you how to play with the shotgun. Now the shotgun is the same idea. You want to be behind cover and blind firing. This is the best way. So you see, I'm moving. He's not getting one shot at me, but I'm getting many on him. Use the nade stun because he's rushing me. See, it makes it pretty easy. Almost don't even need a weapon if you're playing like this. See, I roll. Didn't get any stun from the explosion. Yeah, now he missed because he went into the wall instead of rolling. But you get the point. Now let me get to the markman and I'll show you how to deal with the brute and the what's the RPG. Oh, by the way, the Harbinger, if the enemy has the Harbinger sniper, it works the same way as if it would with any other sniper. As long as you roll in between those 3 seconds, it's gonna reset his aim, so he's not gonna fire you. So yeah, now let's get to the marksman. Also, never be afraid to like run away like I just did there, because you want to keep notice of your environment. If you need to bail, then bail. You don't want to die. I mean, if I was not host, you see that he's still taking damage at me, but it's very little in comparison to if I just like pop out like this, then it's full damage. Like this, it's just a little bit. I mean, if you're not the host, it's really good. Makes it pretty easy, any difficulty. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna skip this, just so you can see me doing everything I just taught you. Also, for the chokers, I recommend that you use your pistol to kill them, to finish them off. I like to use the pistols as some kind of a finisher, because that saves me the ammo on my primary. See the sniper, he didn't shoot me because I roll into cover. Oh, also, as soon as you see him throw a nade like he just did there, get away immediately, because he never misses the nade, so you might as well just get away. Now see, now I melee him, get away. I can even continue to shoot if I want, because that gets him in kind of a stun, so you can do whatever you want with him. Also, if let's just say maybe you're the last guy standing, the best thing you can do at this point is to keep moving, like I'm doing right now. You see that I was forward there, now I'm back here, and just keep moving, because they're constantly going to be following you. So you want to have room to regenerate your life if you need to, because if you're in the middle of everyone, they're just going to surround you. It's gonna make it really easy to kill you. You see, like that? Easy kill with the hunter. He can't even grab me. Yeah, on a host it's kind of hard because you have the ping wobble to deal with and all that. So if you're the host, make sure you're using the harden perk. If you're not the host, I mean, you pretty much don't need, as long as you're doing the wall trick. Now let me just buy the FL, make this a little bit faster. You see, like, it was standing there, just looking at me and shooting. They do that a lot when you're doing the wall trick, like this. It's an easy shot. See, he's just standing there looking at me. You can also do this on the ledge. They normally don't hit you. Again, using my environment, the water, to get away. If I were just to stay there, I'll probably die. You see, using the ledge, now I'm using the water. It's in my favor. Again, keep moving around. Because when you're moving around, they're pretty much coming at you one by one. If you just stay still, they're gonna surround you, and you're probably gonna have to face at some point more than one guy at the same time, which is bad for you. Also, doing like I just did there is much faster than actually finishing the whole punching animation, where it would probably take me about 3 punches, if not more, to finish in there. Also, keep in mind when you're alone like this, every guy that you kill, someone else is going to spawn in his place, and that spawn might happen behind you, so you gotta keep aware of that. So let's just say I just kill a guy there, 2 now. So these 2 are gonna spawn again somewhere else. Might be here, might be behind me. So you want to be aware of that, not to be caught off out of guard. You see, the running away also works pretty well with the shotgun guys, because they're always gonna rush you like this. If you just keep running, they're an easy shot for you. You see, I can just kill him anytime. He's out of range because he has a shotgun, so he can't shoot me at all. Okay, so now we are the markman. Let me see if I can show you the how to avoid the RPG. Oh, also works. The RPG works the same as the China Lake, by the way. The same thing I'm gonna teach you now works for that. Now I'm also gonna teach you another little trick. I mean, this works with mines and also with the C4, just so you know. C4 is probably better because you can control the explosion. Because you know how if you just throw the C4 like this, and maybe they rush you or whatever, they're gonna see the C4 and they're gonna run back with fear. You can use that pretty much at any time to your advantage. For example, I just need to get close to him and throw C4. He's gonna run away with fear, see? Then I can pick up again and do the same thing again if I want. The same thing works for the choker. If you want to get him away and you have a C4 or a mine, you just throw at the ground near you and he immediately gonna rush back. You can pick up again, you can explode if you want to. Whatever you want. This is a really good way if you're like behind cover trying to get some health back. They're rushing you. You can do this. Just throw the C4 and they're gonna run away. Or the mine for that matter, whatever. Both work because they're both explosives. And yeah, this stun thing that I said about the grenade, where you throw near them and kill them while they're in the stun of the explosion. Same thing works for RPGs if you're using RPGs. And same thing works for the mines, you know, C4s, whatever. Because you want to save as much as you can. They don't come all that often. So you might use one to kill one rather than using 3 to kill one. You see the RPG blow up my C4, so that happens. Keep in mind of that. If they throw any nades or the RPG, you know, China Lake is gonna blow up any explosive that you have placed near. So you see he has a little timer also, the RPG there, on his fire. And you can also dodge him if you get the timing right. Now for the brutes, the best way is really to do the wall trick, like I just taught you. Then he's gonna miss all his shots while he's kind of running slowly towards you. And you can kill him really easily. You see the RPG there? You see I roll at the exact time of the explosion, no stun. He has a timer also. I mean, I don't really know how much is it. Maybe it's 3 seconds also. Let me see if I can kind of find out here. But you can also, if he's far away enough, because the bullet travels pretty fast. But let's just say he's like right there, and you know this timing. You know he's about to shoot. If he shoots and you kind of roll at the same time, the shoot is going to miss you, and you're still gonna be, you know, no damage, all intact. You can see me doing this on the I think stage 3 record I did with my team probably. I mean, I'm not sure. If you just search my channel, I have I'm pretty sure it was on stage 3. I just don't remember who was with me there, but there was a time where the RPG spawned right in front of me, and I dodged the bullet like this. That I'll just dodge here. So yeah, that's why I recommend having a good pistol. A good pistol for this, I prefer the RKL or the Argo. The Argo is my primary, but if you can't choose that or can't buy it, just yeah, you see that I'm using the C4. You can do this at any time. If you want to push them back at all, you can throw C4 on the ground, and they're pretty much never gonna reach you. You can recover your life. Like right now, I don't want anyone rushing me, so I can regen my life. So I use that. They all run away and even stop shooting. See how I did there? Dodge him after the melee and no, where's the RPG? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to show this. I mean, it's probably best if you watch the video of stage 3 where I dodge the RPG. You get a really good idea. I mean, there's too many people here. I can't really, by myself, show that. Now, let me see for Siege. For Siege, what you can do is the same thing. You wanna, I see people doing this a lot. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say this here. I'm gonna make a guide on every map soon after this. So just keep a, you know, an eye for that. I'm gonna tell you how to win the siege and all that. Some people do some weird shit with the mines and C4s. It makes the siege a lot slower. Now let me just give you one more important point about staying alive, which revolves around the mysticals. I pretty much show you what you can do with the weapons, the gear, with your body, yourself, the movement, environment. And to have a better clue about the thing, I just, like this will work, the wall trick. You see some of his shots actually hit the wall. You see, like now, some shots are actually hitting the wall. That's what I said about the 50% less damage if you're the host. If I was to stay right here, every shot is gonna hit me. So the best mystical you can use is the Path of Indra for you and your team. So if you're like in this situation, you have no nades, I don't know, maybe they're rushing you, you know, you're surrounded, you're gonna die. You can just use this to teleport to any teammate that's far away enough, and you know, you get to safety. But most importantly, this can be used to revive your teammates. If they're even the NPC, like if he dies from anywhere on the map, I can use the injure on him, and he's gonna get revived. But also for that, just keep in mind, if you're something like, let's just say I'm down on top of this thing, and someone uses the injure on me, and I crawl out of the sort of ledge thing, and I drop to the ground, the recovery is gonna stop, the reviving is gonna stop. I don't know why, but for some reason this happens. If you're down and you're crawling and you fall out of some sort of surface, while the reviving is happening, it's gonna cancel the whole thing. I mean, the teammate that used the injury is still gonna be near you, so he can pick you up, but just keep in mind that if while you're crawling you drop out of any sort of high surface, it's gonna cancel the reviving. So I mean, yeah, I mean, anything else you can do is probably just to take notice of the weapon the enemy is using, but because they all do different damages, the weapon and the type of fire. For example, this guy, he's using the Harrison, so he shoots and he stops, he shoots and he stops. And if he was using the HS, for example, it's going to be something more constant. He's pretty much doing one shot at a time. DHS will be multiple shots. Same thing for the brutes and all that. So that's just maybe something you can take notice of. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I really don't think there's anything else. I mean, look, it's pretty easy. You can just totally do this over and over. He'll never shoot you. Then you pick up again. It works also with the brutes. You see, even the brute is gonna run away. Of course, it's gonna be slow, but he's still gonna run away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I showed you how to deal with the chokers, the RPG, the grenades, explosions, the cover. Let me just do one last sort of showdown, I guess. Try to maybe show you everything in action as best as I can, and I'll leave you with that. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. That's it for me. And keep an eye for the next guides on the maps, and also gonna make a guide on the what is it? The spawns. How the spawns work. I'll teach you how to know that. So you pretty much don't even need to use the radar. You see the wall, like I just said with the brutes. Now the C4, go to cover. Nade coming, I evade immediately. C4 again, so they don't rush me while I'm regenerating. C4 again, because I want to get rid of him. Now I explode, if I want to. Still blind firing. Oh, by the way, this is a good point. When you're blind firing, it works the same as if you were shooting like this with the aim one. Even the blind fire has a recoil, so to speak. So if you, instead of holding the trigger like this, if you can blind fire one by one like this, slowly, it's gonna be a lot more accurate. The same way as if you kind of shoot it like this. You want to blind fire like this as well if you want to be accurate from longer ranges. Also for the sniper, you can kind of do this come in and out, like I'm doing like this with the cover. You kind of go out, shoot, go back, go out, shoot, go back. Because every time you go back like this, he's also restarting his aim. Same as if you were rolling. So you wanna, they are really dangerous. They are the guys you want to kill first. Oh, by the way, I forgot to point out. You see that he didn't shoot me there? That's because he's taking damage. So this doesn't work for the non-host for some reason. If you're not the host, this is not gonna work. But if you're the host, as long as you're doing damage, constant damage to him, like I was shooting there constantly, he's not gonna shoot you at all. He's gonna keep like flinching and do nothing. The snipers, that is. Now the same thing doesn't go for the others, it's just for the sniper. Pretty easy, huh? See, I just got a, I think a triple kill there. Again, as soon as you see a nade, avoid immediately. He's always, the nade is always going to go at your last position at the moment he throws the nade. And remember, to regenerate your life, it takes 6 seconds, full seconds if you're not using quick healer. Either 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure it's probably 6. Well, whatever, I die. But yeah, and just another quick point is the, you see, like I said, it takes 6 seconds, so what I like to do, probably looks like something stupid, but if you want to try that out, instead of kind of counting the time of my head, especially if you're not used to it, the actual timing, if they just like start shooting you and you're going like black, I just go back to cover and I do my taunt, and pretty much by the end of the taunt you're gonna have recovered all your life, so which is your cue to going back to shooting. See if I can demonstrate that. Because most of the taunts take like 5 seconds or something like that. Some are less, but you see let me take less, more shot. See right now, go back to cover, do my taunt. Yeah, this guy's not gonna help. Okay, let's try now. Come on, shoot me. Oh, by the way, this is also a good point. You see they didn't shoot me there? When you're really about to die, the game actually helps you and it makes them miss more often. So keeping that in mind, it makes them miss more often. This is all on crushing, by the way. I think I already said that. So right now you see him. Yeah, he's not gonna help. Oh, you keep rushing me when I try to demonstrate. Come on, shoot me. See, I'm about to die. The game helps me and make them kind of stop for a bit. What? Come on, guys, shoot me. Yeah, I guess they really did not want me to show you what I mean. They know it's very effective, so they want to avoid it. Oh, also when you have the NPC like this, you can move around, like I'm doing. That's gonna influence his position when reviving you, so he doesn't take too much damage and dies, which then would restart the whole thing. Okay, right now, see? I go back to cover, do my taunt. By the time the taunt is done, I'm gonna have recovered on my health, so that's my cue for going back. And yeah, just like doing that, just to know exactly when I'm safe to go back, if you want to try that too. So yeah, guys, I ramble for enough time, so I hope it helps. Keep an eye for the next guys coming, and see you later.